ago, we were gearing up for Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
Need to call you the female version of Steph Curry, or do I need to call Steph Curry the male version of Caitlin Clark? I mean, which one is it?
Caitlin Clark is a name on everyone's lips right now. She's the young basketball star taking the WNBA by storm. With her incredible scoring ability and fearless playing style, people are comparing her to the greatest players ever, and everyone seems to have an opinion about her. But what do the basketball legends really think? Let's dive into what these NBA greats are saying about the rising star. Despite her impressive performances, Caitlin Clark has been dealing with a lot of negativity from her peers. Yes, even WNBA legends and current players have thrown some shade her way. Recently, Sheryl Swoopes, a WNBA legend, questioned the legitimacy of Caitlin's college scoring records, implying she had an unfair advantage. Like, really? Swoopes suggested that Caitlin's records shouldn't count because of... Wait, watch this so you can get an idea of what type of situation is going on.
So if Kelsey Plum set that record in 4 years, well, Caitlin should have broke that record in 4 years. But because there's a COVID year and then there's another year, you know what I mean? So she's already had an extra year to break that record. So is it truly a broken record?
Also, according to Swoopes, if Caitlin's record wasn't set in the same time frame as Kelsey Plum's, it's not truly a record. I don't know from where she's getting information and so confidently talking about it. But let's see the stats. Caitlin Clark is currently second on the all-time scoring list, just behind Kelsey Plum. Now, Swoopes said Caitlin got an unfair advantage because of that extra COVID year. Here's the thing. Caitlin has only played 4 years, just like Kelsey Plum. She even broke the record in fewer games. Swoopes also messed up some other details. She claimed Caitlin takes 40 shots a game, but it's actually 19. Plus, she said Caitlin is 25 years old, but Caitlin is just 22. So, Swoopes got a lot of facts wrong. In response, Caitlin's team had some fun with it. They tweeted Caitlin's real stats and pointed out that Swoopes was way off. The point is that Caitlin's record is impressive, and she's worked hard to get where she is. Despite the criticism, Caitlin's achievements are a big deal for women's college basketball. She's drawing huge crowds and getting people excited about the game. Instead of tearing her down, it would be better to celebrate her success and the excitement she brings to the sport. So, what do you think? Is Caitlin Clark's record solid, or do you agree with Swoopes? Another WNBA star, Breanna Stewart, a two-time MVP and Olympic gold medalist, has weighed in on Clark's career trajectory. Stewart, known for her dominance and leadership, suggested that a championship title is the missing piece to Clark's legacy. It's a high bar set by one of the game's greatest, and it's a pressure cooker environment for a young player still finding her footing in the professional league. Also, a lot of the backlash seems to be driven by jealousy. Caitlin's rapid rise and huge popularity have made some players feel overshadowed and envious. Her success is bringing in a lot of viewership and revenue, which should be a good thing for the league, but instead, it has sparked resentment among some players. Another issue is that Caitlin is being accused of benefiting from white privilege and pretty privilege. Some argue that her marketability is enhanced because she's white and conventionally attractive, which makes her more relatable to a broader audience. TV hosts and commentators have echoed these sentiments, suggesting that Caitlin's race and looks play a big role in her fame. There's also a perception problem. Caitlin's position as a white heterosexual athlete in a league known for its focus on diversity and inclusion creates tension. Some feel that her mainstream appeal clashes with the league's efforts to celebrate LGBTQ+ athletes and players of color. This isn't necessarily about Caitlin's personality, but rather what she represents to some within the league. Despite all this negativity, some of the biggest names in the NBA have shown respect and admiration for her talent, making it clear that they recognize her as a phenomenal player, regardless of the criticisms she faces. First comes Shaquille O'Neal, an American former professional basketball player who is now a sports analyst on the television program Inside the NBA.
When they played LSU, but she's phenomenal. I'm going to go on the record and say she's the best female collegiate player ever.
Caitlin Clark has clearly impressed this big man. During a show, the big guy didn't hold back when the conversation turned to women's college basketball. Shaq got really excited. With excitement in his voice, he declared Caitlin Clark the greatest female collegiate player ever. The studio erupted. Chuckling, arguing, and disbelief mixed in the room. But Shaq was unwavering. He compared her shooting to Steph Curry's, a bold statement that sent shockwaves through the basketball world. It was clear, Shaq wasn't just praising Clark, but he was anointing her. This was a declaration of a new era in women's basketball. With this bold statement, Shaq had not only elevated Caitlin Clark to legendary status, but he'd also ignited a national conversation about women's sports and the future of basketball. Next, LeBron James highlights how she's faced some negativity from older players who might feel jealous or threatened by her success. LeBron remembers his own rookie days in the NBA when he also faced doubt and resistance from teammates. Yes, you heard that right. LeBron James's rookie season with the Cleveland Cavaliers was full of hype, but he faced jealousy from his own teammates. Despite his amazing performances, like a game where he scored 41 points, some veterans felt threatened. Ricky Davis, a key player at the time, didn't like how LeBron was getting more attention and felt his role was being diminished. This tension led to Davis being traded just 22 games into the season. Even though LeBron played incredibly well, his teammates didn't always show support. Some were uncomfortable with the change in team dynamics and LeBron's growing fame. Despite these challenges, LeBron continued to excel and build his legendary career. LeBron advises Caitlin to keep her focus on her game and not let the criticism get to her. He emphasizes the importance of putting in the effort and ignoring any negativity from others. He praises her for bringing a lot of attention and excitement to women's basketball. He points out that her influence has led to significant changes in the league, such as her team being able to fly on a chartered plane for the first time. This is a big deal in the sports world and shows how much impact she's making. LeBron also shares that he's seen similar criticism aimed at his own son, who is 19. He finds it strange and frustrating that some people seem to want to see young, talented players fail rather than succeed. He concludes by recalling a past comment about his scoring ability, showing how predictions can often be way off. Despite the doubts, he has proven himself as a top player, and he hopes Caitlin Clark can do the same.
My advice to Caitlin, and my advice to anyone that comes in with this, this level of like notoriety, out of this world expectation, whatever the case may be, I just think it's all about having, be a horse, man. The Kentucky Derby, put your blinders on, go to work, show up to work, punch your clock in, prepare yourself, work on your game, work on your craft, kind of keep your mouth shut, and just learn from the vets.
After hearing praise from the greatest in the game, Caitlin's confidence is bound to soar. With the support and recognition from legends like LeBron James, she's ready to take her game to the next level and continue making a big impact. However, as Reggie Miller, renowned for his clutch shooting and fiery competitiveness, points out, Caitlin is also facing the expected rookie challenges as she transitions from college to the WNBA. Reflecting on his own career, Reggie emphasizes that he too faced relentless physical play and mental challenges as a rookie. Opponents often targeted him with hard fouls and trash talk, trying to break his spirit. But Miller's resilience and determination fueled his rise to become one of the league's most feared scorers. He describes how he had to prove himself and adapt to the higher level of competition. Reggie highlights his career achievements, noting that he was a standout player who successfully navigated his rookie season. He suggests Caitlin should approach her challenges similarly, using them to fuel her growth and prove her skills on the court. Reggie's message is that Caitlin's situation is part of the learning process, and she should expect this level of intensity and use it to become even stronger. In a similar vein, another NBA legend Magic Johnson has shared his thoughts on rising star Caitlin Clark. While recognizing her huge popularity and talent, Magic also highlighted the challenges young players face in the spotlight. He compared Caitlin's situation to his own early career, where he and Larry Bird dealt with a lot of pressure and attention. Magic noted that while Caitlin is a fan favorite, becoming the best player in the league takes time and steady effort. He also emphasized the importance of teamwork, suggesting that Caitlin's teammates should support her through tough times. Because in a game between the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever, Angel Reese knocks down Caitlin Clark, a heated moment between the two rising stars. You can see in the video how Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark's rivalry is turning into something more than just a basketball competition. That's why her teammates should support and protect her from this kind of bullying. As the superstar and the face of the team right now, she deserves to be defended by her team. In short, Magic's advice to Caitlin is to stay focused, keep working hard, and let her game speak for itself.
Now, Caitlin, her teammates got to come to her defense.
Sure.
You can't allow her to have to fight every battle, right?
Right.
But we have to understand that both Caitlin, Angel, and Brink, who plays for my Sparks, they made the WNBA better.
Then comes Luka Doncic, the NBA superstar, who recently made headlines when he compared Caitlin Clark to Steph Curry. After witnessing Clark's incredible performance in the Iowa-LSU game, Doncic couldn't help but draw parallels between the two sharpshooters.
Amazing. I saw the performance. He's at 41, almost triple-double, yeah. He's shooting like that ball fly. I watched a little bit, but then I had to do some shooting. But it was amazing. I watched the first half. But she got to go in the second half, so I didn't watch that.
Does she remind you of you at all? I mean, she's kind of got that. She's got a.
It's more Steph Curry, man. It's the woman Steph Curry.
It's a massive compliment for Clark, considering Curry is often hailed as the greatest shooter of all time. Doncic's comparison highlights Clark's exceptional talent and ability to impact the game in a similar way to Curry. This comparison not only boosts Clark's reputation, but also brings increased attention to women's basketball. It's a testament to Clark's skills that a player of Doncic's caliber sees such a strong resemblance between her game and Curry's. In the end, with support from legends like Shaq and LeBron James, Caitlin's impact on the game is undeniable. Her skills and achievements are drawing comparisons to the best in the sport, proving she's not just a rising star, but a game changer. So, what do you think? Can Caitlin Clark overcome the criticism and continue to rise to the top of the basketball world? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you in the next one.